We're here at the University of Westminster Journalism Conference talking to Dunne Breen from the University of Canberra. We're going to be talking about media framing. Michelle, do you want to talk us through your paper?
Yeah, sure. I'm looking at, my paper was on the Australian government's mediated dismissal of Aboriginal opposition to the Northern Territory Emergency Response 2007. Northern Territory Emergency Response was basically when the then government launched what they call an intervention into remote Indigenous communities in the Northern Territory, and it was supposedly in response to a report, but basically the response, the authors of the report were basically saying the response had nothing to do with what they recommended in their report, and the government basically sent in the army and took over the communities and suspended welfare payments and suspended the quarantine welfare payments and suspended the Racial Discrimination Act. Very, very huge, very complex, very controversial.
So you were looking at the way the media covered it?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the way the media covered that. Lots of context to it, like the decline of the newspaper industry, journalists having to do a lot more work in less time. And then there's the whole context of media reporting of Indigenous affairs in Australia in general, which has always been really poor. There's been a lot of research into that. So my paper was on an aspect of this when a delegation from the Northern Territory, of Northern Territory leaders, Indigenous leaders, came down to Canberra, the capital, to speak to the government to try and get them to delay the legislation so that they could consult with the communities that were affected.